Okay, now we're looking at part two of this on the Smithsonian um, advertisement or poster that they have at the National Museum for African American History and Culture that's there. And people are questioning it pretty much on both sides and how racist it seems, but they are pointing out some things that are about white culture. And some of that, of course, shows the problem. But I don't think we're going to end up having the conversation that needs to happen out of it ever. So we talk about written traditions, that where we were, and I'm not going to apologize again for having developed writing and having traditions that people still embrace today, like Christmas and Easter and things that really go off zodiacal signs and terms and changing of the seasons and sun come up, moon go down, world spin round and round. I've made enough videos about it to choke a horse. And how old this tale of Christmas is from the Wayback Machine. That's a white thing, by the way. All these are white things. Whites avoid conflict and intimacy. And yeah, we don't want to necessarily have conflict because you don't want to go there. They say, but of course, that's a white thing to have intimacy and to avoid conflict. Don't show emotion. No, we're very emotional people, extremely emotional, so I don't know what they're trying to talk about, but perhaps they're talking about how emotional black people get in comparison and ability to maintain composure in certain situations, maybe. I'm not sure. Don't discuss personal life. Well, there's those things that you even never knew about your dad that can happen in white cultures. I don't know if that happens in blacks, but oh, sorry. But there are things that people they say, you John Wayne, people just don't discuss stuff. Well, people are starting to be a lot more discussional about things a little bit, but they're just saying in general somewhat. I'm going to go ahead and go. Be polite. Oh, by the way, this is a white thing, so this is the other people don't have the ability to do this very well. All of these bullet points. That's what they pointed out. They said it. Be polite. And this is a white thing where we can be polite to people. Yeah. Just think about that for a second. So it goes on, and the website says that being white does not mean you haven't experienced hardships or oppression. So, oh, that's amazing. They do mention that? Really? That's amazing that they even mention that fact, because usually they want to play it off somehow that like all of our life we're running through daisy fields giggling. Yeah. It does say that race does not contribute to marginalized parts of the white identity. Oh no, reality. The website also claims that direct and violent forms of racism that promote white supremacy have been on the rise in recent years. Uh, they don't want to mention what black people have been saying in this black supremacy situation that's been on the rise in recent years. Hmm. Seems like we're only looking at one side of the coin, and again, this Caucasian coin they're talking about is somehow in the middle of an African American culture exhibit. Anybody see a problem with that? They say it's been on the rise in recent years, as opposed to the fact that the KK doesn't no longer exist, and the opposite has all been happening for years and years and years. In fact, the opposite is what's been happening for the recent years and years and years. Wow. And this could be the result of internalized dominance mentality, they tried to say. Oh, they're trying to come up with these terms. and the imposition of internalized racism on certain oppressed groups. This is whenever they try to say, you're a racist and you don't know it. Yeah. And you go, no, I'm pretty sure we're propping these people up. If we were racist, you would know it because they wouldn't be here, driving around in Ferraris and talking crap about us. It's really that simple. Knock knock. At the bottom of the page, the Nahma offers a number of conversation points, videos, and reading suggestions for educators, parents, and others to use when addressing whiteness. Funny how there's nothing when addressing recent primitiveness at all. Don't want to discuss that, even though you're in the exhibit of it. And there could be a place for a talking point, and probably not a place for this talking point. One would think. Facing your whiteness is hard and can result in feelings of guilt, sadness, confusion, defensiveness, or fear, the page suggests. For white people doing anti-racist and social justice work, ding ding, the first meaningful step should be to recognize their fragility around racial issues and build their emotional stamina, it says. Let's change that again. Facing your blackness is hard and can result in feelings of, well, no, they don't have guilt. There is sadness and confusion, defensiveness and fear, but I wouldn't say they have feelings of guilt. That's why I stopped. For black people doing anti-racist and social justice work, well, they don't do much of that. It's not anti-racist work. See, Superman's doing that work. They're doing work where they're just bitching really at white people. They're not trying to fix themselves in any way, shape, or form. And they want Superman to do it all. In fact, what they're doing is pleading to Superman to do something about it. If you can't realize that's exactly what goes on, then you're living in a weird fantasy world. So, the first meaningful step should be to recognize black fragility around racial issues and build their emotional stamina. Prop them up and, well, no, we can't do that because then it's really a house of cards. You have to start over it. You were recent primitives and all this happened to da-da-da. No, you weren't in the Bible and didn't know Egypt existed. This da-da-da. Here it is. Reality. Breathe in and out. Everything's going to be okay. It's just the way it was yesterday, same as it was today, only now your lies have gone away. Okay, let's try to continue if we can. So, graduate of Baylor here in Texas, where she majored in political science and minored in journalism. Baylor's a great college here. Go Bears. So yeah, let me know what you think down in the comments. Hopefully in part 1 too. Maybe you can hit the back button and go back. I want you to think about this poster that's for some reason talking about race and whiteness, not in the white part of the museum, but in the African culture and history part. Let me know what you think. Peace.